Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm going to go over a trade that I did this morning. I did leave quite a bit of money on the table because I kind of made a mistake again on the chart. Um, but it was only a 235 winner. It could have been like another $1,000 winner. But as you can see, that was on account on my second funded account right here. I've got that on my second account. The other account, this account right here, I traded yesterday. That was the $1,000 winner. And my other account right here, it's only 235. It could have been 1,000, but I'll go over the trade. So when we opened up this morning, we kind of sold off, and I was looking at the area of what we were doing over session on the Asian session. We had some buy-in down in here, so that's why when we kind of sold off, that was a little bit of a support area. And the yellow line is my custom session VWAP. I need to put that on the site so people can download it for free. But we opened up right here at 9:30 and we kind of sold off. Then we had a strong buyer come in, but they really couldn't push it up, and we were just chopping around. So I really did not want to trade for at least the first 10, 15 minutes. And then we had some large seller. We had 157 sell come in. Then we had 400 come in at around 820, 821. So that 400 lot sell, that was quite, I don't know if it was 400 lots, but it was altogether it was 400. And the settings that I have is, I've got the bubble ticks are set to 4. So that's just basically 1 point for the NQ, and the minimum volume is 25, and the single large trade volume is 50. And the flash duration is set to 2, but for some reason, I don't see that working. So I got to look into that, but that's not a priority right now. The volume profile, that's my settings. And then, of course, the delta settings and the imbalance settings, and then stack persistence. I don't have that enabled on the 5 minute, but that's going to be released. The stack persistence is going to be released tonight. But what I saw these large sellers. Now, if these large sellers got caught, then we could move up and we get a little squeeze. And that's exactly what we happened right up here in this area, right here. Once we started breaking this high right here, we had a 60 order. I was thinking, okay, we can go. And then we had a 30. I was like, let's go. And then we kind of rode it up. Now, if you were playing off the 5 minute, you could have had a really nice run on the 5 minute. Once you come in here and start seeing those sellers, you could have had yourself $1,000 day, or you could have just kept trailing it up until you got up into this area and have yourself a 140, 150 point winner. That would have been great, but I did not do that. And as you could tell on my P&L, it was only 235. And the reason there was only 235 is because I have a hotkey. I've got a hotkey scalper right here that I programmed, and I basically enter trades and then I moved to break even. But the thing was, my custom hotkey scalper was set to my funded account, but the chart right here was on Sim 101. So when I entered the trade, I did not see where I entered on the chart. So I kind of, once I got up to $200, I kind of did a shift E to move to a break even. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just not feeling it. I want to see it on the chart. So I just went on ahead and closed it out. It was like 235 winner. It could have been a really good winner. But let's go over. This is a 30-second chart, okay? And I kind of switched to a 30-second because the 1 minute was, we were chopping around. I wanted to switch to a 30-second. And that's what this is. And as you can see here, we had a large seller squeezed. Right there was a large seller. That was that 157 lot. That was 157 right up in this area. And as you can see right here, as you can see, there's a large sell volume on the bubble profile. And then we had a really large seller, about 400, but there was 400 contracts around that area. And as you can see, there was a large seller. So I was thinking, okay, we're going to be pushing down. It's going to be a down day. But when those sellers started getting squeezed right here on that candle, I was thinking, okay, we got to get past this seller right here. Once I started seeing this candle right here at 9:54 and 30 seconds, and then I saw those prints go off. I saw these prints started going off. I was like, okay, so I put my entry right here. So once we started hitting above that, above this high right here, I got my entry in and it didn't even come close. I was already in profit basically, and we just rode it up. Now, my stop would have been right here at these prints right here. These prints right here, that is where my stop would have been, is right there. Right up in here is where I would have said, okay, I'm done with the trade, because I'm thinking we got some nice prints coming off right here. And my setting for this one is minimum volume 10 contracts and 50 for the bubbles. So I saw 10 contracts, and for the 1 minute 30 second, I'm starting to use a little bit lower volume. And then on the 5 minute, I just use a higher volume because I just wanted to see the overall market. But I saw all these prints go off, and I was like, okay, we could have a squeeze. And then sure enough, we did have a squeeze, and we were able to get up. Now, once we started popping, I did not see my entry on the chart because I had this chart set to Sim 101, but my hotkey was in my funded account. So it is what it is. It could have been another $1,000 day for me, but who cares? We'll just move on. Tomorrow's another day. And if you would have taken this right here, if you would have taken this right here, and let's say your stop is like 10 points, that's like a $200 stop. So you kind of get up here and you see this right here. If you saw that print go off, if you started trading below it, you got to get out. I mean, that would have been a 22 by $400 winner. But if you would have rode it all the way up here, maybe to get out at the low of this 32nd, that's another $600 winner. But if you could have rode it all the way up into this area, right up in here, once you started seeing the sellers, and then you get out, that would have been a nice 60-point winner. It's like a $1,200 winner for you. So that's what you could have done today with the order flow bars indicator. So I kind of missed it, but you miss some, you win some. Just move on. So that is what happened this morning. We just kind of chopped around, and I didn't want to do anything. And if you look over here on the profile, I didn't want to do anything because we were chopping around that point of control right there. And then this point of control yesterday, we were up in here. I did not want to move. But once we started coming up in here, I was thinking, okay, if we break this, we can go ahead and get a squeeze on those sellers. And that is exactly what happened. These sellers, a large seller got caught, and this seller of 157 got caught, and then we just kind of squeezed up. Now the thing is, once you make your money here, be done for the day. If you're in the funded account and you make some money, don't try to push your luck. Just move on, rotate account, just keep going. So what I'm looking at is we have this bubble area on the bubble profile. So if we come back down, this right here is support. So all this right here could be support. All of this area right here could be support. If we run up and we come back down, all of this is support, and you can look for some more entries, maybe some sellers getting caught, or you see a double stacked and balanced area, and you can go ahead and jump in. But that's what happened this morning. Like right here, we had nice buy-in pressure right here. We had some selling. They got caught a little bit. We had a double stacked and balanced. We kind of drifted down, and we're bouncing off of that two double stacked and balanced areas, and then we kind of popped and kind of rode that up. But that's what was done this morning. I'm going to try and start streaming next week. I just need to wrap some things up. That's all I have. Talk to you later. Bye.